Hello Andre. So I hear you've done quite well since the release of Savage Strike. Tell us a bit about yourself and the deck you played.
So I decided with the ban list and Savage Strike to actually play Thunder Dragons still, and I'm part of Tier 0 games, and with their help I decided to actually still play Thunder Dragons. And I want to give a massive shout out to Zeki and Joe White, obviously, who helped me test the deck, and you should definitely check out Tier 0 games. There'll be a description with a discount code. So I played in the Chaos Cards regional, and I happened to go EXO as well, and piloting a very similar deck. And then yesterday at the Brotherhood regional, I also played Thunder Dragons, slightly different this time. And I was able to go 8-0 and win the event with nearly 250 players. So the list is quite standard. So I played 3 Thunder Dragon and 3 Dark. These are just the core part of the deck. And then the extenders are just 2 Raw and 2 Hawk. I decided you didn't need actually any more of these. And as you'll see, the list is quite standard, like most people who are playing this build are playing it like this. So we played the 1 Duo. He's part of your combo. I decided to then play the Danger Monsters. So I played 3 copies of Nessie, 3 copies of Jackalope, 3 copies of Snake, and the next best one in my opinion is 3 copies of Moth. He is great, he just lets you draw a card. And if your hand is just like 4 Danger Monsters, that can be really good. So then I played for normal summons. I played 3 Sky Blaster and 3 Solar. I was originally playing the Wolf from Savage Strike, but ultimately Solar helps you get to Skull Dread, and that's the main theme of the deck. And 6 normal summons was a lot, but a lot of the time if I opened a couple of them I was discarding them off the Danger Monsters, and I was fixing my hand with Skull Dread, so ultimately they were very helpful. Then the last element of the deck is the Dragon part. So I played 3 white and 1 black Dragon Wyver Busters. These are very crucial to the combo. And then I played for the big dragons. I played 2 copies of Levnir, the Diablos, and the Eclipse Wyvern. So these 2 help you hand loop your opponent for 2, and Eclipse Wyvern is just part of your really stupid combo. And then at Chaos Cards, I decided to play spell cards like Gold Sark and Allure of Darkness, but I felt I just wanted more Danger Monsters, so instead I went for the Sekka's Light version. This card is just draw 2 cards, and the deck does actually hold a lot of bricks, so being able to put a card back is actually insanely good. So that's the main deck, and it is 40 cards. On to the extra deck. We have Link Spider, the Guard Dragon, Phoenix, Rupedoctus, the other Guard Dragon for your little links. Then we played Unicorn and Sorceress, removal and your combo extender. Then onto the big boys, we played double Skull Dread. I did actually want to play 3, but finding the space in this extra deck is very difficult, as I opted to play both the Borals. For Boral Sword for the attack strategy and Borreload for the mirror match. They were both very good all weekend. Then for what you end your board on, 2 Colossus, Archfiend Abyss, shout outs to Ryan for getting me this before the event, and Titanic Galaxy. So that's the extra deck, and going over it quickly, the ending board is you are trying to accumulate this board, so you will end on this. And quickly I decided to play Titanic Galaxy over the zombie guy, purely because I was actually feeling the Pendulum matchup and Sky Striker, as they can actually sometimes play around this board, and especially if you only end on 1 Colossus. This way you can actually equip the Widow Anchor under this, or get the useful cards in the Pendulum matchup, so they are unable to Pendulum summon them back. So that's very important, and that's why I decided to take the Spell Negate over the Any Negate. Onto the side deck, we played 3 Joel and Lockbird and 3 Thanos from the new set, and he was really good. Like he was going in nearly every time against any deck going second, unless it was like Altergeist. We played 3 Prank Tops, and he's just the best side deck card ever. Like, the card is like the best common ever printed. Then we played 3 Red Reboot. It is actually incredible. This card won me the game every time I played it, and is incredible. And then, weirdly enough, I played Sekka's Light, and people weren't expecting this, but I was actually playing 3 copies of Eradicator. epidemic virus. So that was my side deck.
How did you utilise the side deck, and what decks did you come up against?
So, in my side deck, I was playing Eradicator. This was only going in against Sky Striker and Altergeist. I was putting this in against Sky Striker when I was going first or second and siding out the Sekker's Light. And I was putting it in going first against Altergeist because even if they were putting in many hand traps, and especially Lancia, and if I could end on just a Colossus and EEV or Skull Dread and then just one Colossus, the Eradicator would normally just win me the game. So that's why I played that. Red Reboot was against all the trap decks, and I'll show you my lineup in a minute, and it's very helpful. Prank Tops I was using against the Rank Up Magic strategy, and like I said, he was going in against all the back row decks as well. And then obviously we have some hand traps for a very combo based meta. Droll Bird was the only hand trap I felt was actually effective. All the other hand traps were essentially a neg 1. They would still go off anyway. And Droll Bird is a neg 1 anyway, but their ending board will just be so subpar you can normally just kill them or set up your own board. And Thanos is just a +1, and I was putting him against Sky Striker matchup because he negates things that target. So on to my rounds. So round 1 I played against the Zombie Stun deck, and I won 2-0, and I lost the dice roll. In that matchup, it was actually quite difficult because he was utilising Rivalry of the Warlords, and I found quite interesting that Sky Blaster is obviously a normal summon out to Rivalry of the Warlords because you can just make Phoenix. Round 2 I played against an attack deck, just an Orca strategy, and I won 2-0, and I also lost the dice roll, but like another opponent the weekend, he actually made me go first, and my board was just unbreakable for him. Round 3 I played against the Striker matchup, and I won 2-0, and I actually won the dice roll, and my board, game 1 was too good, and I eradicated him game 2, which is quite funny. Altergeist was round 4, I won 2-0, and I lost the dice roll. Game 1 he set up Village, and just a Faker and Silcoitus. Unfortunately the deck doesn't play spells apart from Sekker's Light, so Village was actually useless for him. Then the round after that I played Timothy Cox, and he was playing the Lunar Light strategy, fresh off the YCS, and obviously I was actually quite fearful of this deck because of Azathoth. But he decided he wanted to go for the OTK version, and he actually made me go first, and I was able to 2-0 him. Actually it was 2-1, sorry. So he Azathotted me game 2, and then game 3 I just won. The next round I played against one of the Disciples, and he was playing basically card for card my same deck. And I was actually lucky enough to win the dice roll, and obviously, unfortunately, in this deck, you're not playing any hand traps in the main deck, so going first is quite good. So I won that 2-0. And then the next round I played against Jake Quincy, and that was 2-0, and he was playing the Just Danger Thunder Dragons, and he was deciding to Griffin set Summon Limit, and knowing what I played, he decided to obviously set Summon Limit game 1, and unfortunately that was quite a poor decision because a single Colossus, he had no follow-up after that, and I just waited to drop Levnia the next turn, and that won me the game. And that was 2-0. And then the next round I played against Antimeta, which was actually the final. I lost the dice roll, and he had Floodgates game 1. He was playing like a Subterra Antimeta. He was my friend, Ryan, and congratulations on his top as well. But I was able to win in game 3 with Red Reboot, so that card's pretty good. So thanks to everyone who helped me test, and it was a great event.